Yo, what's going on, guys? So today I have a little bit of a different video for you guys. I watched the first season of Invincible and not gonna lie, the past few years I've just been slacking. I haven't been really watching it, not gonna lie to you. Doing other things, watching movies, kicking back, chillaxing, but I'm back. So it's time for me to really dive deep into this series. Really see what I like, what I don't like. Well, maybe not deep, but you know. So starting with season 1, I love how it starts and it's not a lot of time where Mark doesn't have his powers. Like, it kind of just gets right into it. Like, he gets his powers like 15 minutes into the story. It's beautiful. I love it. I don't need him to be sad about having powers or some shit. And this show has some similarities to The Boys, and I just couldn't stop seeing it. Because as I was watching this, I was watching The Boys as well, so simultaneously. I just can't stop to see how similar they are. You know? Is it just me? I don't know. At least I don't say dick and shit and show man's asses and stuff like that. Mark gets the living shit bit out of him, and I'm wondering if that will always be the case in this series. As throughout watching this, it is very apparent that this is not a hero that is OP. He gets the shit beat out of him a whole lot. And also, at first, I didn't like his love interest, Amber, like damn near the rest of the internet. But I'm just like, wait, Mark is kind of acting like a dick. But on the other hand, if you know this man is invincible, why not just fucking say that? Most of the side characters in this are pretty solid, but I will say, when the Guardians of the Globe are killed, this new Guardians of the Globe, I just never liked them at all. The training floor was pretty dope, but the Guardians of the Globe, other than the first one, even though you don't really know them, they're just lame. I just don't like these guys. Unrelated, but I love these two here. I don't know why. They're like my favorite characters in this. But when shit starts hitting the fan, it is some pretty damn cool fighting. The whole detective plot of this guy can come from hell, it added a lot to this season. Like, why would Mark's father do this? Why would Omni-Man do this? And when you find out, kind of breaks your heart. I'm not gonna lie. Last a couple episodes in this definitely make the wait worth it. And I was very intrigued to see where they were going with their story. And mind you, as I'm watching this, I'm only on season 1, so I'm excited to see how they will fit in 3 more seasons of this shit. Now, on to season 2. I feel like everyone this season gets a little something to do. Now, that doesn't mean that I liked it at all, but, you know, at least they were doing something. Rex was much better this season, and much cooler, along with a lot of the other characters, especially Debbie. They really did do a good job at depicting what she went through all those years, and showing the effects of what Omni-Man did to her. I really like Mark and his friends' dynamic in this season, well, at least for a little bit after. After a while, it was just Mark, and that was just, I don't know. I just feel like we could have had a little bit more Adam Eve in this season. Also, we have fucking Optimus Prime in this cast. Like, come on now. His voice is too iconic to be in here.
I was the first to turn my back on our people's cruelty. The first.
The action is pretty cool, I guess. Nothing crazy, but it's serviceable. There's a little bit more variety in the camera work. And the hand-to-hand combat, it was okay. Mark is kind of a weird guy for me to get a read on, because sometimes I think he's really cool. And other times, I just think he's a little bitch. But hey, maybe that's just me. I might be in the minority here, but I was not a fan of them introducing his brother. And I don't know, just for me and Nolan, yeah, just, no. I just wasn't a fan. Like, yeah, the storyline of the Viltrumites is the best in this grand scheme of things. But I was more so intrigued with Mark's individual story in this season. I didn't really need to see Nolan in this season, but hey. I said before that I was intrigued to see what they would do with the rest of the season after the end of season 1, and for the most part, I was happy, but I won't lie. I am a little disappointed, either the way that they handled Nolan's character in the season, so hey, let's see what season 3 has in store. Oh yeah, what the fuck happened to this guy? You forgot all about him, huh? So in this season, we have Mark truly being on his own. This motherfucker even gets a new suit. In the first episode, we have Cecil just absolutely going AWOL on Mark, and I mean, hey, can you blame him? I mean, seriously, even though, yeah, Mark has been a great hero for the world or whatever and whatnot, I can see how maybe, just maybe, the government wouldn't just let him being a Viltrumite slide. But with Mark really having no other help from the government, or what the fuck they call themselves? I forgot. It does add him really doing his own thing and letting him grow more of being a hero. Debbie is always great in this season, but I will say, it got a little bit too repetitive on her, just telling Ryan, no, don't go. And then he just goes, and she's like, no, Ryan, no, don't ever do that again. Then he just does it again the very next episode. Like, it's Really fucking strange. And there was also certain plot lines in the season that I really didn't care for. Like the guy who had his fucking sister or some shit die in Chicago because of Omni-Man. Like, yeah, I can understand his frustration, but I'm sorry, man. To dictate this much time just to this guy, it was really underwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. Like, he quite literally kills his wife and child and still blames Mark for it. I'm sorry, man. I just couldn't care less about this story. Maybe I'm an asshole, but I'm sorry. It is becoming more clear to me that, yeah, the animation is definitely worse and worse every season. But, I mean, all of you already knew that, so that's not really new news. And, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, just think about it, all of Mark's villains just act like children. Like, this guy, Angstrom's plot was, while insanely cool concept to have all the Marks from different dimensions meet, it is very frustrating to remember that this man was not a villain at all. And because of something that he did and he did alone, he is mad at, you guessed it, Mark. Like, this is just something a child would get mad at, and I just wasn't vibing with it. And the power scaling. Holy shit. Yeah, I know what you guys are thinking. It doesn't really seem like I enjoyed this season that much, and, well, damn it, I didn't. Because Conquest just comes in, and they are immediately like, holy shit, these guys are stronger than Omni-Man. And, yeah, great, cool. And I get that and whatnot, but Mark has gotten much stronger. But, I'm sorry, you just can't convince me this man strictly did not win because of plot armor. I just really didn't vibe with this season, for the most part, only because the best parts of the show, which involve the Viltrumites and Mark and Omni-Man and their whole dynamic, it is really put to the side here. Every new episode, it was just like, it really seemed like a TV show at this point. Like, it was just a new villain, new villain, new villain. And I feel like we lost the plot here. Like, yeah, this is alright and whatnot, but I'd like to see more Omni-Man now. Yeah, he's barely in this. He's just in the prison with whatever the fuck his name is. And yeah, he just in the prison with him until they break out in the entire season, pretty much. But Mark and Eve's relationship is a plus, though. I've always thought it has been fairly well written, and most of the side characters in general, I feel, have a solid amount of depth to them. We learned a lot about Rex and his life and past, along even with Robot. Shit, we've got a Cecil episode. Oh, and R.I.P. Rex, man. Great shit this season. You'll be missed. Season 4. So now that I finally caught up, has the animation got any better? Yeah, I didn't think so. But this season goes way more heavy into the Viltrumite War, the plot that really has been the most consistent in value because, if I'm being honest, everything else is kind of ass. Like, I really don't care about Dollar Store, Wilson Fisk, and we have Black Mask at home. Like, I really just couldn't give less of a shit about this criminal underworld. But gosh, am I happy I didn't see this motherfucker this season. In fact, we barely spend that much time on Earth this season. About half of it, we were either in space or hell, literally. We don't really get much from Mark and Eve this season, which I don't really know how to feel about that. On one hand, it's nice to have Mark deal with different types of issues that aren't like fucking college or some shit, or being homeless or jobless or whatever. Just being sad, being a superhero every day. And on the other hand, I kind of like Mark and Eve's dynamic, and I always have. This season doesn't give a rat's ass about the Guardians, though, and I'm happy about that, because after Rex got off, he was the only character that I tolerated on the Guardians. These motherfuckers suck. I don't care what anyone says. Nolan really had a heavy hand this season, with the last 2 seasons really kind of having him in the background, doing just little things, and to get him back in the forefront in this one. And it was interesting to see someone that caused so much pain and destruction really begging for forgiveness. I really have never seen this done in any other show or media where you have a character that is responsible for thousands of deaths, if not millions, and wanted forgiveness, and not just being handed that forgiveness. And I think his story was done really well this season. The fight scenes are always solid, but like I said, the animation isn't anything crazy. Even though I don't know why they hype up Conquest when both times he has fought Mark, he has essentially killed him. But hey, whatever. I did like this fight scene though. This was fucking brutal. Good stuff. I really like how they delve more deep into how Viltrum is as a whole and why they think the way that they do, and just how it got to be so little of them remaining. A deadly virus taking out pretty much their whole population is kind of genius and not something that I even thought about, which is crazy. My only thing is, they keep saying, my only gripe is, they keep saying it's only 50 remaining Viltrumites left. But keep seeing them get killed every episode. Multiple of them. And they are still telling me, at about episode 5 or 6, yes, there are still 50 remaining Viltrumites left. But, yeah, I can just see about 5 of them per episode, like, getting killed. Also, like, come on. You can just tell me that there are, like, 200 left. Because how do they essentially go through an entire war over months, almost a year, and there's still the same amount of Viltrumites left? Come on, guys. It doesn't make any sense. Anyways, at least Thrag is a villain that I have been waiting so eagerly for this show to have an actual big bad, and that I can actually tell it is levels above everyone else. It's a delight to see a villain that is just so fucking strong, but hey, of course, we can't kill off our main character, so he does something that is pretty smart. Then inhabiting Earth, inhabiting Earth just to breed is a crazy way to end the season, and I, for one, cannot wait to see what happens next. I have no idea where we will go from this, and I'm ecstatic for that. But I will not get too excited because, yeah. But anyway, I enjoyed this season. Much, much better than season 3. All right. Love you guys. Peace.